we didn't start well, and after conceding the goal, nothing improved in the first half. In the second half, I have to disagree. Of course, they had the biggest chance in that situation that Toby saved in the goal line. But what they had was consequence of our dominancy and consequence of pure counter-attack. But the spirit in the second half improved a lot from the first half. That lack of confidence, that lack of self-esteem that I believe we showed in the first half, in the second half was not like that. We dominated, and then they defended very well, and they defended with everything they had, and they finished the game, of course, playing with 4 centre-backs plus 2 full-backs, which is not a critic at all. It's just what happened, because in the second half the team pushed really, really hard, but the goal didn't appear to give us that morale, that extra energy that you need when you are in a moment where you are losing the game.
You gave a start to Gareth Bale. He hasn't started many. He didn't make much of an impact on the game. Is that down to rustiness, or some other reason why he didn't really seem to get involved in the game so much?
I leave for you to analyze players individually. I'm not going to do that. We tried in the first half. We tried to give the team similar dynamic as that we have when Harry is playing. We felt that to connect with Son the way we work all the time. In the absence of Harry, we try to give that with Gareth coming to the inside with his left foot vision. We try to give that with Bergwijn too, but the team was not good in the first half. In the second half, we improved very, very much.
Okay, I'm going to move it on to Ian Abrahams now, please. Moose, can you hear us? Thank you.
I can. Sorry. Yeah. Hi, Jose. You say they're the team in the first half and that confidence and self-esteem. I don't understand why. Can you explain why?
I believe because the guys are men, and men have feelings, and men, in spite of top professionals, I think football is a sport full of examples of teams and players individually that sometimes they are in an incredible moment of confidence, and in other periods they are suffering with self-esteem, a bad result, a bad performance. You see that in individual. You see the striker that he's 5, 10, 15 goals without scoring, and then he looks that he's not a top player, and he is. You see the centre-back making incredible mistakes, and you think he's an awful player, and he's not. And you see good teams that look bad teams, and vice versa. So I think it's just that is human feelings. As a coach, I always fight against that. I always say that in my personal case, a victory doesn't put me in paradise, and a defeat doesn't put me in hell. And I try to pass all that to the players, but the reality is that the beginning of the game was very important to start well, and we didn't. So when these feelings were there, and we conceded a goal immediately in the beginning, and before that they almost scored hitting the post, I think the team was immediately struggling. But the good thing is that in the second half, in spite of a defeat, of course, I saw a different team with a different spirit, with players ready to leave everything, with players not afraid to take the risks that we took. If you lose 2-0 or 3-0, you lose, but we go with everything we have and we can. And the boys, they did that in the second half.
And just one quick on Gareth Bale. And I was there when he arrived, that day he arrived at Spurs. The feel-good factor amongst the fans was incredible, but it hasn't really worked. Can it work, or does this look to you like a deal which maybe is not going to work as much as you wanted to?
Yeah, we lost a match, and when we lose a match, we lose a match. We lose altogether. We don't lose because of one player or one bad performance, we lose together. So I don't think it's fair, especially for myself in representation of my team. I don't think it's fair to answer to you to that question, especially now. If that question comes in a great moment for the team and after a victory, and when Gareth, like the team, plays a good game, it's easier for me to answer to you. I don't want to do that. We lost and we all lost.
Okay,
Thank you.
Sorry, Moose, thank you. We'll move on to Ellie Golden. We'll finish with Dan Kilpatrick. Ellie and Dan, one each, please. Ellie.
Hello, Jose. Can I just ask you, Serge Aurier wasn't in your squad today. Can I ask whether that was in relation to a possible reaction to substitution the other day?
It's a technical decision, and I'm happy with the decision because Musa played very well.
It was your decision, though.
Okay. Dan Kilpatrick with the last one, please. Thank you. Dan.
Hey, Jose. Looking ahead to tomorrow, can I just ask if you're expecting any transfers in or players to leave?
I don't expect, no. Of course, today was a day where I'm disconnected from, let's say, my bosses. I'm disconnected from the club contacts. I'm just focused on the game. But I don't think so, because I was not expecting for anything to happen.
It sounds like Gedson Fernandez might be going to Galatasaray. They've said they're in talks with him. Is that your understanding?
No, honestly, no. I don't know. Until yesterday, I didn't know anything about it. So maybe now I will know, or tomorrow morning when I get to the training ground, I will know. I'm not saying you know. I'm just saying I don't know.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Jose.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't control it.